Hello. Today is January 6th, 2020, our first Care for the meeting in the year of 2021. That's right. And we'll start with highs and lows. So, Jeremy, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, I got you. Today is the ultimate of lows because I'm a bit lighter. I'm missing four teeth. But other than that, we're chilling.
All right, I'll go next. I think today is a pretty high day. I got 19 out of my 20 college apps done today. This feels so good, just getting that weight off your shoulders, in terms like that. And also, today was the free day, got to catch up on some schoolwork and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was a pretty solid day in general. Um, you know, if I had to say a low, it would probably be that I didn't have power, till about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's quite cold, and I had like a jacket and a sweatshirt on for once inside my house. But yeah.
I can go. I don't have any particular highs, but I guess it's been a pretty good day. It was nice to have the day off. And low, I actually pulled a muscle, so I'm kind of dying right now. Not the best way to be, but it's okay. It'll be fine.
You need
Ew,
a
are you all right? Like what muscle was it?
It's like my calf. I pulled my
Oh,
calf, which is kind of an awkward muscle to pull, but I'll be okay. I just can't do anything for the next few days.
best of
Wow.
luck with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is not what I like to do because I always exercise and stuff. Now I can't. So now I just have to sit doing nothing. So it's fine though.
Tylenol.
I don't know. Acetaminophen.
Acetaminophen.
Acetaminophen, yes.
That one, yes. I guess I'll go. High is probably I got to finish all of my apps yesterday. So that was like my 20th app. I'm done, done forever until I don't know, medical school, whatever. So yeah, no more long essay writings for institutions to judge my personality off of. And what else? Oh, I started watching an anime show. I started watching stuff after 2 months because I have time now. And it's called Attack on Titan. It's really cool. You should watch it. I recommend. And the low, probably watching whatever the frick is going on at the White House right now at DC. And yeah, and I guess seeing Pence saying no to Trump is kind of awe-inspiring, but yeah, that's about it.
I mean, Pence hasn't opened his mouth since the day he got into office. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. I guess we'll kick the meeting off. I hope I see Peach Ram when he's in the waiting room. If not, he's just gonna have to wait, I guess. So there's a few things on our agenda. Okay, starting off, I guess we'll go with our newest addition to coordinating team because we're all coordinators now. And that's Jonathan. So Jonathan Varghese has been switched from the board to the coordinating team, and he will be the social media guy. So he will be taking care of our Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, I'm pretty sure. And what he's going to do is basically he's going to start posting at least 3 posts a week. He's going to start a new YouTube series, and it's going to be focused, I'm pretty sure, more on getting to know us, the people behind Care for Them, individually and personally. And he's going to try to let people know as much about us as possible. And I'm pretty sure Jeremy and Jonathan are trying to brainstorm what to post as of right now. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are also invited to that discussion.
No, bet. Yeah. And also Jonathan's going to be managing the feedback that we. Let's go. But yeah, so Jonathan will be managing the feedback and the comments that we get on our videos and the comments on Instagram, I guess. So yeah, he's our go-to person when we have to reach out to different people. But since Jonathan is also off of the board, that also means we are we have 2 empty spots, I believe, on the board now because Jonathan left.
I believe 4.
4. Okay, wow, 4. We went from 3
Where
to
did the
4.
other 3 come from? Did we always have 3 open?
Do we?
I thought
Oh,
we had
wow.
2.
Yeah, I think Jeremy and I were talking about we had 2 left on the board. And I thought it would be 3. I don't know where the 4th one comes in, but
Oh, I'm wrong.
It's the acetaminophen.
it's the acetaminophen, yes.
Oh, wait, we have 5 people on the board, so now we have 4. So 3. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I guess that means we will need to think of more people to recruit and like think of fishing more people to the board, I guess. So that's just something to keep on our minds. Let's see. What else?
Just to add to
Um,
that, I think having the volunteer thing, like having some sort of activity sooner rather than later, that might help with that. Only because the volunteering population that we have, they're
mhm.
all from NA. So the goal is to have some of them kind of develop some sort of interest for what we're doing, and then we take the next step. Or like from that group, we can just ask, "Hey, can you recommend someone else?" Um,
It's very
might help
smart of
out.
us to target the NA population because that's like a factory of sweats. And I'm pretty sure we have a lot of potential if we like start a club there at NA.
Yeah, so Jeremy, I just wanted to ask. So, is the newest person? I think her name was Alexa. I assume she's from NA. Is she like starting starting like a chapter or something there?
She is not. She is from NA, but she's gonna be leading the volunteer group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I just added her so that she could see what's up. But she'll be waiting for our call to some sort of like volunteer event, a volunteer day or something like that, and then she'll round up those people, and then we'll get to work.
Cool. Yeah, so that's that, I guess. And we have another thing coming up. So for our website development, we have another person we are currently recruiting to join us. His name is none other than Zachary Rampelt. And and Zach's gonna be helping I think take like just
We
maintain
don't know yet.
update.
We don't know yet. We don't know
We
yet.
don't know yet. Yeah. But he's looking forward to, I'm pretty sure, like taking a much more bigger like commitment to CFT. And I think he's taking a gap year next year. So he wants to give like a big commitment every day. So like 8 hours per day or something like that to care for them. So it's just to keep something on your guys' mind if you need to like, I don't know, brainstorm any ideas for like for him to do or something like that. Yeah. Anything to add, Jeremy?
Yeah, sure, why not? So with that is we have a lot of control over what he does,
Mhm.
meaning that we can use like whatever we want as kind of, hey, are you interested in these things? Because right now we only have the website, and that's like an 8-hour total thing. So if we can kind of brainstorm some ideas that he can then go in and go into, um, that would be optimal. And then once again, just a reminder, you can do any idea because he's open to learning, which is like the same as us. We're all open to learning. So any sort of event, any sort of agenda, any sort of initiative that you can think of, just like list them in because that can be kind of used to rope them in. So he's looking for like a lot of work.
That's actually good stuff to hear, and I'm glad he is willing to put in some time with this. I think that's great. Hopefully, we're able to keep him on track and do stuff like that. But yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. What else? Oh, yeah, so the chairman interim person for the board, that election is coming up. And I think we were thinking of making the board meeting on what, the 17th? That
Is that
weekend?
Saturday? Yeah, I think that weekend works.
Yeah. And there is also, I think, an optional board meeting
So
this
so
weekend.
so
Right?
that one Pete Schramm is not going to that one either. So,
Okay.
so, so we're not gonna have a meeting this Saturday,
Okay, cool.
which is probably a good thing because I think that was just a time where he can kind of talk his idea with cooperating with us. Um, but yeah, do you guys, how do you feel about inviting him to our legit board meeting the 16th, 17th weekend?
I mean, yeah,
I think it would be good.
I think it would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have much more like in-depth conversations during board meetings, and I think I would be interested to see what he would bring into the table.
My one concern is we kind of have our own agenda to get through. So I'd love to get through that and then have him just like put a cherry on top with his idea.
Hmm.
But we'll see what happens.
Maybe, I mean, if you want him to have more time to talk about his idea, we could have a whole separate meeting. I don't know if that was what was supposed to happen on the 9th, but I don't really know what he's going to talk about. So just an
I
Yeah.
think
Go ahead.
yes. Actually, I think it's best that we keep him, onto the board meeting, rather than setting something brand new up. Just because I think he really needs to show how he would fit, and I think if he was thinking from that perspective, he can kind of get a better sense, in the board meeting. Rather than if he kind of picked a separate meeting, for him to kind of talk about, I don't think he would really he would really not think of the need to, fit. And that's really what a little bit of our concern with Pete Tramis is, that we're not really seeing a very good fit right now. But yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Yeah, I can fill you in too, Mila. So he basically talked about the initial idea is partnering with us, him with Lattice acting as some sort of backbone company for us to kind of get media attention off of. So he's gonna help us basically advertise on Lattice and then have adults and kids care for them through Lattice, kind of through like a membership thing. And then his idea was students would get in for free, and then we would even have the option of like interviewing them to figure out if they want to join like our team. And then for adults they would pay $300, something like that, and then 75 would go to us and 175 would go to them. So on the surface level it looks like pretty good for us. It's like all pros, we get money plus we get supporters. But I think the one kind of con to look at is, does it really reflect us as an organization, as one that kind of is saying healthcare needs to be changed because it does draw these socioeconomic borders, and then have us do this on the side. To me, it just seems a little bit awkward to have to charge for membership, but also on the surface say we're for free stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, I see that. But I think learning more would be cool too.
Yeah.
I think board meeting makes sense about what Aditya says. So
Yeah, I'll let him know.
Yeah, that's it from my end. Yeah.
Mila, you want to carry the torch?
yeah, sure. Curriculum things are okay. They're all right.
Oh, Jonathan and I added to the doc, I think, an hour or two ago.
Okay. Yeah,
Or-
that's totally fine.
Okay, cool.
It's totally fine. We are getting a lot of good information in that doc. There's a lot of good topics in there. I think overall it's going better than I expected it to go. And my plan for that is, I sent it in the chat a little while ago, but we're gonna cycle through each of the 4 categories, and then we're going to go back, leave comments, and then maybe edit, and then we're gonna have a meeting to finalize our curriculum overall, and we can figure out what to do from there. That's curriculum. Now for the webinar idea, basically where I have gotten on that has been, I have a doctor who is willing to do a presentation for us in a webinar style. Her name is Dr. Young, and she's in the pulmonology department at Allegheny Health Network. And she does a lot of different high school presentations and stuff. So I reached out to her before Christmas, I think during the break sometime. And I was like, hey, would you be willing to like do a presentation like this to sort of increase community awareness about like vaccines, about how COVID is going and all that kind of stuff? And she was like, yeah, I'd definitely be willing to do that. And I thought maybe gave her some top points she could talk about in the presentation. So basically, the thing is we have a person who can do the actual presentation for us. But the next step is like, how are we going to go about actually having all the publicity things? You know what I mean? So that's next. Like, I think we're going to have another meeting for that to really figure out how we're going to move forward and actually set up this project. So I don't have much, like I don't have anything else about that. It's kind of an open-ended question right now. I was gonna think about that more this weekend, maybe set up a meeting sometime next week. But yeah, that's all I have.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is going to be, I feel like the best way to move forward with that would be, let's figure out the specifics like now, and then kind of commit to that. That way we can do the advertising right now. That way we can do all the planning right now. And then while we're in that like planning mode, we just be water and then change whatever needs to be changed, but like have a pretty good idea of the specifics, put that down first, and then just go for it. Because I feel like the hardest part would be the advertising, and we got to do that sooner or later.
Yeah.
Sooner rather than later. So definitely getting like some sort of scrappy plan built, but like one that is, if we use that plan, we would be able to have a good, successful event. And then along that way, just keep on adding to it.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think we just have to have a meeting set up for that so everyone can kind of pitch in their ideas and we can all be on the same page.
Yeah. By the way, that quote I think is a Bruce Lee quote.
What
What?
Be like water, like adapt, change, or whatever. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
so I just want to clarify. So the webinar that we'd be doing is the plan to show this to like large or a mid-sized audience in a location, or like of course right now online, but like within a specific format.
So yeah, what we're thinking is have a Zoom webinar and advertise it to communities around Pittsburgh. So it doesn't have to be just like Swickley or just like North Allegheny. Although we can focus on Swickley and North Allegheny, the idea is to have it to like a greater community of people. But we'd like a mid-sized audience, but having like a small to a mid-sized audience is probably what we're hoping to get.
Totally, and I think one of the things with our mission too is to offer our services in an inclusive format too. So if we were interested, I know Makai's mom, she is in 12th grade. She runs a charter school, down in the city. I think it's a little bit more like 8th and 9th grade type of people that go there. But if we were maybe interested in kind of expanding our audience and including, a greater, inclusivity or, greater demographic, maybe we could try to do that. I don't know.
I think that's great. I think that's exactly what we're going for here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and maybe even I know my neighbor who lives across, she's like the superintendent, or she's like the principal or something for the Pittsburgh public school system too. So if you perhaps maybe wanted to reach out to her directly, I could give you her email or phone number maybe.
I think we could include that also into some part of our advertising. I think there's a lot of different resources we have, and we just got to figure out how to utilize them correctly and to the best of our ability.
Yeah, and that might be a good opportunity for like volunteers to also chip in, because there's a lot of like just raw work with that we could kind of set a direction and then have a lot of work be done in that vein. And also a lot of what Jonathan's going to be doing is going to be promoting those activities like that. So I do think if he can like snap a couple of pictures of our volunteer group like volunteering, it might be cool as well. You want to set in like a concrete date for the webinar meeting?
Yeah, sure. So it's the 6th today. Ooh, I have an application deadline coming up that I just found on my calendar. Okay, great. How about, do you think we can do it this weekend, or is that too late notice? I don't know how you normally go about scheduling things.
If it's this late, I think you're fine because the board stuff, it's optional anyway.
Right.
Yeah, so I think you're fine.
Okay, maybe this Saturday or Sunday.
Cool.
If not, we'll do it sometime next week, Monday through Friday in the evening. And I will send that out tonight. Okay.
Sweet. Yeah, and also you've got a lot on your plate, so definitely let us know like what areas you want to take like a week off for or any of that as well. And also we can also help think about, we should actually help think about what those volunteers can be doing, because we kind of, I'm not sure, the one idea that I have so far of like how that structure is going to be is going to include kind of us as the group leader, and then have all of them just follow what we kind of want them to do. But that's going to be a really short kind of like task goal list. It's not going to be a long one which they can put in a lot of work for. So I'm not sure that's going to be the best option, but it is an ad. Like, what are you guys thinking about that? How can we like best utilize these volunteers?
Well, I think we need opportunities first, right?
Like what opportunities though?
I feel like we wouldn't get much now though because of Corona.
Wait, I think we're talking about different things. I'm talking about like the NA volunteer group that we can utilize, and also your club thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what's an opportunity that we can kind of have so that these volunteers who are just willing to put in, let's say like an hour or two on a weekend, like what can they do?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking right now, but I don't think like, do you know of any places where they can go?
Wait, go where?
Like help out anywhere?
No, I mean help out us.
I know, but like, what could they do though?
That's what he would, I think,
Question. Nobody knows.
that's the questions. I think, some of the things that we should have them do is like, we really, need to gain, more public, presence in the situation. So I don't know if maybe if we could have some of them like do some raw work for us, like Jeremy was saying, like, reaching out to people or, kind of those type of stuff, that could be something that maybe we could utilize them for. I don't know. I mean, that's just a very small thing, but
I was thinking was like, I don't want them to think that like, hey, we're just using you for like busy work,
Yeah.
Like if we're going to give them something, like give them like work that's like that they feel is really valuable.
I think for volunteers, a lot of people volunteer like on a schedule. So if we had like a certain event every like Saturday, say, that they could help out with, or like have a Zoom meeting and do something together that was like helpful to the organization or something, or to the community, that would probably be the best. I don't know, we don't have anything like that. We'd have to like come up with something like that, but I think having like a set volunteer day, in addition to maybe other things they can take on, like other busy work things on the side.
Something that could like fish them to come and help us again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I don't have any ideas for what it could be, but something like that.
Yeah, I think even if we didn't have busy work that day, which I don't know if it's possible, but we could even just have like a social event so that they associate like care for them volunteering with something that is like a group does this, it's fun, it's for the good, something like that.
Yeah.
And I was also talking about that type of thing with Jonathan. So we obviously like we can have weekly meetings every single week and be productive during them, but at the same time it might be helpful like once every single month have a weekly Wednesday be for fun, and then have the rest of the 3 just be even more productive, because that, I don't know, I feel like if we're not going to change this stupid time, we might as well have some sort of break one week, because this time just actually sucks. What do you guys think about that?
I like that.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm not opposed to the idea.
Cool.
Well, what would we do though? Just talk.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. No, we won't be just, it'll be like some fun activity based. Like, have you guys heard of Scribblio, stuff like that, you know? We could play Cards Against Humanity, but then we can't post it to YouTube. So we could do stuff like that as well. Yeah, Jonathan, I talked to Jonathan about it, and he's like, he's happy to kind of brainstorm some fun things that we can do during some of those meetings. But yeah, hopefully it does like spice some things up having another person here. And he's very excited to like do more stuff, which is great. And there's also Jonathan, so he does it and he has fun with it too.
Mhm.
So hopefully that like really jolts these meetings up. Might even add some more ideas in, because I know for me, 7:00 p.m., all my ideas are all used up.
That's when I get started. What are you talking about?
Same.
Uh,
Can someone teach me how to do these filters, please? Is it like a special thing? Because it's really bothering me that I can't do
Go
it.
to stop video. There's like an arrow by it. You see
Yeah. And then what do I do?
choose video filter.
That's not an option.
no. I mean, sorry. Like, do you want like the facial hair? Is that what you were looking for?
I don't-
Or like,
I don't
or like
care.
the glasses? I think, yeah. The one that I use is in the background and filters on the bottom right-hand corner. There's something called Studio Effects, beta.
I don't think she can access the.
You might not be able to do it because
Yeah,
you need, like a certain type of zoom.
Yeah, I think you might
Yeah.
have like the older version or something.
Yeah, if you don't see the option, choose video filter in the little carrot thingy.
I'm hurt. I'm
besides
hurt,
stop video,
actually.
yeah.
It's okay. Well, Josh, if you know how to post edit, give Mila a mustache.
Yo.
Draw one in.
Have it like stay right there, so when she moves her head, it's
It'll
still
just
like
stay.
right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
That's-
I just dropped the link on the bottom. Yeah, this is Makai's mom's school that she owns. I've met her before, and I think she's a middle school principal. But yeah, it's a charter school, and I think it's mostly African Americans who are from the inner city. I think come here on a sense of sort of scholarship. So yeah, if you wanted to maybe do something, reach out to that school. I think she'd be happy to, do something with us.
I think that would be cool. Thanks. I copied it, so I have it.
Sounds good.
Yeah, definitely.
Noise.
On that note, I also contacted Carrie Miller to give us some sort of like email list of all the parents, because I believe she has a lot of parents. I'm not sure if she's allowed to do it though, but it's worth an ask. So hopefully we'll have like a huge email list that we can then like just bombard and ask, do you want to interview, blah, blah, blah. but we'll see if that is actually feasible and if it will happen. But yeah, we're like pretty decent with teachers. We've gotten a lot of like education side insight, but it might be worth it to really like pull the market base and pull like all the freaking parents.
For sure, I think that's definitely, you know, a great way to, yeah, reach out and make sure our services are, you know, accessible to everyone. And Jeremy, are we still doing the Joe Rogan podcast?
That's Josh's thing.
Oh,
Josh,
Josh, are we still doing that? Is that still
Yeah,
on?
we did one episode thing.
get those things uploaded.
Yeah, I will.
Wait, who is it with? Was it just you and Jeremy?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was nice. All right. I guess that's it for today, right? I think that was a good ending. We can log off. I can do the summary right now for the YouTube video. If you guys want to stick around, feel free, but you can leave